Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a requested get ready with me kind of makeup play date. I had gotten this for my birthday from my friend Lisa here. This is the Pure, what is this called? Pure Visionary palette. I have been playing around with it, so I have used it off camera quite a few times, more than twice. And I kind of have my thoughts on it, but quite a few of you had requested for me to use it on camera, give you my thoughts and things. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to play around with makeup and we're going to work to see what we have. So obviously this is more of a burgundy, mauve type of palette. Has a lot of those shades. I'm going to start out with this color called Role Model right here. And I'm going to use that as my transition color. Now, and I'll tell you guys about this palette as I'm doing this. Obviously, I did most of my face already. I accidentally did my blush. I normally don't do that, but I got carried away listening to music. So I did use Luminoso as my blush today. So anyway, so what I've noticed about these shadows is they're very pigmented. They remind me of the Lorac eyeshadow formula, just that I feel like the Lorac eyeshadow formula is a little bit more smoother than this. Not that this one is bad, it's just I feel like those are a lot more softer and smoother. These I feel like are a little bit more crumblier. Like if I dig my finger in one of these, I feel like I'm going to get a lot of fallout, a ton. Whereas the Lorac eyeshadow formula, I feel like only when you dip your brush in, you get a ton of eyeshadow fallout. As you guys can tell, this is very, very pigmented. So you're not needing to constantly dip into the palette to build up the formula. You have to be very careful because it is very pigmented. The other thing I noticed is that whenever I dip my brush in, I feel like the top layer is kind of lighter than where you dip your brush in. As you can see, like for instance this one, even the one that I just used, the parts that I haven't used are lighter shaded than the parts that I dip my brush in, and I don't know why. It doesn't hinder the look. It doesn't change the look. It's just odd. I've never had that before in a palette. For the, I'm going to go with all like purples today. Let's do that. So for the, let me grab my brush. For my lid, I'm going to use Optimus, which is right here. These shadows to the touch are like a creamy texture. They're like a dry, powdery, creamy texture. Very, very pigmented, as you guys can tell. There has been some where I've had to tone them down because it was just too much for the daytime, and I didn't realize how pigmented they were. But they perform very well. They last a really nice long time on my eyes, and I've worn them in the heat, in the sun, all day long outside with the kids, so I haven't had a problem with their longevity and their staying power. Some of these I just find that you can't just dig your finger in. If you're rough with your eyeshadows, you might not like this. And I have seen people post videos, I haven't seen reviews on it, but I have seen people post videos that either they love this palette or they don't because of the formula. And I can see why. But I don't mind it. I just have to change the way I work with palettes because each formula is different. So you got to work with everyone differently. Not everyone's the same, and that's how it goes with palettes. Not every palette's the same. You just got to work with what you have. I'm going to grab that Optimism shade and put it on my lower lash line. Some have more powder kick up than others. Some of these are densely packed. Obviously, I haven't used every single shade in here, but I have used enough to know the formula. And obviously, you're going to see swatches of this palette. Just wanted to do something different today. So that's the look, you guys. Now for the inner corner, I'm going to go with this color called Girl Boss. And you guys, these shimmers are ridiculous. They are out of this world, pigmented. Look at that. Not wet, and they are so pigmented. To the point where you got to be careful with these. And they're like this creamy texture. And they last so long. I do like them. You just, again, you can't dig your finger in these. So, alright, so that's what I wanted to do for the look today. I didn't want to go crazy today with very, because it's not a very colorful palette. You get your neutral shades, you get your mauves, and you get your smoky eyes. So there's not much that, you know, extra exciting. I could put one of these in the center, but it's just too much. As you guys can see, I want to keep it down. So let me just finish putting on my lashes. I'm not going to do wing liner today. I'm just going to put on some lashes and my mascara, and then I'll come back to do the rest of the face with you guys. Alright, so I put my lashes on. These are the 614s by Salon Perfect, which I like when I don't have any liner on, which I haven't done all summer, honestly, you guys. So now that I did my cheeks, which work perfectly fine with these eyes, thank God, I'm going to play around with this palette more. This is the Anastasia Dream Glow Kit palette. I really haven't used it a ton, so I want to get more use out of it to get my thoughts on it and be able to either give you a whole rundown of it on a worth it or worthless. So today I think I'm going to go with Regal, which is like a peachy type of pink. Let me go gently with this. So I'm going to dip, clap off, and then buff in the skin. With this palette, you definitely have to buff in. This is a type of formula you gotta buff in to your skin. You just can't like go like this. Gotta buff it in, and it looks so much nicer. Okay, so I like that shade. It's very, very pretty. Alright, so I have my hair down, my earrings. Now for lips, I think I'm gonna go with Bite Beauty Glacé, which is a really nice shade. It'll go really nice with the whole entire look. So I'm going to line my lips with my lip liner for my panning and then go around with it. So that's the final look, you guys. This, I do like it. I do like the formula. I feel like though you will have to learn how to kind of play around with it because it has a lot of fallout. At least the mattes have a lot of fallout. These shimmer shades really pack a punch. You have to be very careful with them because you can really get a lot on your eyes. So overall, I do like it. It's just, I feel like if you're rough with your eyeshadows, you may not like it. If you already don't like the Lorac eyeshadow formula, you might not like this either because you have to be very soft and gentle with it. As you guys will see in the actual swatches, you'll see when I showed you that. They can seem a little bit crumblier or crumbly in there and very, very pigmented. So if you do own this palette, let me know your thoughts on it. I am going to continue to still play around with it. I will feature this in a worth it or worthless to get more in depth with you guys because I haven't used all the shades, but I have used it enough to know and understand the formula of it. And I know you guys wanted me to use it in a kind of get ready with me Playdate kind of thing. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys in my next video. And don't forget that a smile is the best makeup a girl can wear. Bye guys.